there, everyone! Oversoul here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2! Yeah, alright. Anyways, it's investigation time. Nagito is dead. Who done killed him? And why? Well, I don't think we need to ask why. I think we all know why. But whom amongst us was the murderer? Time to investigate and find out. But first, we need to look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
Huh? Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file?
Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, the laceration blah 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 left a knife hand blah blah blah. We just read that.
Yep. It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So, we should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything left for us to discuss.
Well, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Monokuma File 5, blah 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 yada blah. Okay, here we go. Let's start with... She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler.
That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well?
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
See?
Can you see that red streak?
Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood?
Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line.
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange.
It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder has been added to the handbook of the Bullet of the Truth. Akane.
It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time.
What doesn't matter?
So...
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter.
It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time?
What were we doing? Well, right now it's...
It's time.
12:30 p.m. I'm trying not to... Minimaru voices most of his own lines, or at least he says something when his line comes up. That's why I haven't been doing his voice, because not only do I have to do his voice, but then I have to find a way to, like, flange it, like robotize it, to make it sound like he is now, because he's got that, like, tin can vocal going on. Plus, let's be honest, it's not even really him anymore anyways, it's a cheap copy at best. But the Nekomaru we knew is long gone. Anyways, though, it is 12:30 p.m. So, Nagito died literally a half hour ago. So, it also has a clock function.
Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill.
Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it.
If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs?
You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup.
Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Also, literally all of us have an alibi. Well, actually, except for Sonia. Sonia wasn't here, was she? She was investigating stuff at the military base.
Alright!
She also weirdly seemed to know that the bombs were fake, that they were just fireworks. How did she get that information? Did she torture it out of him?
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait. None of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs.
Yeah, that's the problem. Uh-oh. I guess that doesn't help matters either. Huh. Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means...
So, using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire.
They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... Truth bullet. Mamakuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! Hey!
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Hey!
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that.
Huh?
You're so evil!
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily. You know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose!
I will definitely take back the seat of the world supremacy from Monokuma.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. Look, enjoy the Monokuma Monami shit while it lasts, because the Mono Kids in the next game are gonna be 1,000 times more annoying. So, if it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so,
Is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma plushie's been added to the bullets of truth. Bum 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 de bum diddy bum bum bum. Bum diddy bum 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 bum. Alright. That's Nagito? I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. In any other context, that would sound so inappropriate. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him.
Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're just gonna get cursed.
The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
Man.
It's no use. She's not listening.
Hey!
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face? There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
Seriously, what's wrong with that?
She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. Duct tape has been added to the bullets of truth. The bullets of truth. The truth bullets. Yes. Alright. Here we go. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered? Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but... There's something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well,
Here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right. Why is it only on this part?
see?
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure. You win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Okie dokie, artichoke. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Very interesting. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
it cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
How cruel.
Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Survival knife, blah blah blah, hand bullets and such and such. Well, speaking of the spear, let's investigate that. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my! What's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew.
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungear, right?
You definitely just came up with that right now.
No. I used it to kill, what's-her-nuts in the first game. Junko's sister. I can't remember her name. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What? Nazumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice! Damn you all to hell!
I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it, almost like someone was holding that part. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Yeah, we saw those spears on the wall. We looked right at them. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it! At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him.
Or they might have been torturing him.
Or they might have been torturing him. Sorry, wrong person.
To torture?
Huh? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. See? Yeah.
It's been a while. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, What was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so,
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Torture wounds, truth bullets, and such. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with the rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that. There's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes? What is it?
I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It is all right. It is not a bomb.
Why did you know the bombs were a fake?
Well,
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you? And what were you doing during that time?
Oh my!
oh my.
It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch!
Sonia?
I am sorry!
Yeah. Oh, I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time.
Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And, as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which meant they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
I
What?
see. I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure.
Clearly.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display.
Oh, look at that. If you look in the bottom left corner, you can see Mamami hiding nearby and watching what's happening here.
God damn it! All to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
It's always funny when Sonia curses.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
Ah, see, she knew she was there.
Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well.
If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
You're right. I got it. Alright, fair enough, Sonia. You're off the hook for now. For now. Huh? There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away.
Maybe we're the ones who made this mess?
Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is...
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse.
Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally. So what are you trying to tell us? Are you saying that that before we opened the door, that Nagito was actually still alive? And that the killer set it up so that when we opened the door, the Monokuma panels would fall over like dominoes and start the fire that ultimately killed him? But it couldn't have been the fire that killed him, right? Because he's not burned up. So... yeah, notice the Monokuma file didn't state the cause of death. That's because the actual cause of death in this one is probably the most important clue. Oh, but did the killer set it up so that someone else would be the killer? Somehow? Maybe they tortured him and tied him up and left him to die, but they didn't actually kill him and they set up a trap to make some unknown innocent person the unintentional killer. Which, according to Monokuma's rules, that would suck for them. Because it's the person who deals the fatal blow that is the one who gets executed, so... oh man, I told you, you're not gonna be able to figure this one out easily. It's fucking wild. You'll never guess where they're gonna go with it. Trust me. Sonia being the answer is way too fucking easy for Danganronpa. Trust me. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started?
Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the
Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers.
fuck.
There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player.
I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him.
I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see. I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh? But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely.
You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place?
There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around.
My.
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life.
Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However,
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
Huh?
do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right.
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy.
All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see. I see.
You are right.
However,
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing game was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Whew! I feel relieved.
But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is.
Did I say something I should not have said?
It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Alright. That's all we needed from here, believe it or not. Now we're gonna go check out the military base. Alright. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message.
So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them.
He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe. There was a different motive behind his actions. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just gonna say something right now. The traitor was exposed in the last episode, but if you don't know how, then you won't get it. But like, I am telling you, the traitor was technically exposed in the last episode. But I'm not gonna tell you how, obviously, because that would give away who it is, but maybe you'll figure it out for yourself based on that clue. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Ugh, found it! What did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like... a survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe...
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right!
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. I don't know if I believe that. I'm pretty sure we saw him here when we investigated the island for the first time. Though I could be wrong. Maybe it was Sonia here. Alright. We're gonna fast travel to the... We already know what we're getting from here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Oh look, there used to be 3 spears on the wall and now there's only 2. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought. It looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungar, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that.
But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier, too. There's no way a spear like this, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. What am I doing? I need to open the map and fast travel. way over here. Got it.
Hajime.
Ah, Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my! You wanna go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that.
Boy!
Then do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste.
Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine, fine.
Fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Ba-ba-ba-loose! Bye-bye!
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open.
Yeah, you're right. Computerized, you say? Interesting. So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Well, there is a hidden Monokuma in his bathroom.
No.
The last one of this chapter, actually. Alright, first, this treasure box that he obviously stole from Monami. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Ah, could this be...
Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box.
Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute.
Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means... the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be...
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous.
It might be. But this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byaku is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary?
Looks like it. Did Monami write these?
Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Hey! Stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come in any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, it's pretty much your diary, right? The diary? It seems that way. Ta-da! That's right! This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
Hey, you're a liar!
What? You always show up out of nowhere!
Why you?
Mon ami, it's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Mon ami can't even write.
Huh?
What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew!
See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true?
Huh?
He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me?
But hold on!
Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her.
But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Notebook, truth bullets, handbook section, truth bullet and notebook. Yeah, refrigerator. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from.
Nagito probably supplied it himself.
Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks?
As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much.
But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Oh wait, sorry, wrong.
But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Oh god, another reference to the first game. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison.
poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail.
But be careful with...
Be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its validity is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cold place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Apply to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason why Nagito was able to attain such dangerous items.
The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial?
Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey, hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died? If that actually exists.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh! My throat is closing up. Okay.
If that actually exists, it'd be really bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Monokuma's special poison. So, if we were to understand the information that we were reading correctly, then I believe it's safe to assume that this poison, is toxic when vaporized. When it goes from a liquid form to a gas form. You know, you could put it in a container, and when that container smashes open and the poison comes out, it would be gaseous and poisonous. You know, so yeah. Just another layer to this entire goddamn mystery here with this one. All right, let's check under the bed. More monsters. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks just like the one in my room, but
Hey, hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
like porn. I was about to make that joke, but Hajime beat me to it. Well, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... Huh? There is something here! It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What's this?
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base?
A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed? What did Nagito use this stuff for? Maybe for mixing poisons!
Hajime.
Hajime, was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... Huh? There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum?
A round, thin piece of aluminum. It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait. Time out.
Who knows?
It might be too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper, you say? Alright, well let's check the shelf of books. That's usually a place for putting things. There is a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on the shelf. The genres and types of items are all so random, I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Well,
They say
God damn it.
a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now? No, they don't. They actually don't.
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? There might be private stuff here.
Well, that might be true, but
See?
So, I'll leave this shelf to you.
I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, they were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Uh-oh. Huh?
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one.
That seal.
Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does that have information about our stolen memories?
Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information.
Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said it was from the reserve. He said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? Blah. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought. Nagito had lied to me. Big surprise. Aside from my information, there was information about all the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane West. In the next thing, oh my god. Akane and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means that the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, my weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Well, I just found a strange file.
Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there.
It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here, too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us.
Can I take a look at that file?
Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
They're basically just stat profiles: name, age, date of birth, ultimate talent, yada yada. But that doesn't mean it's not important. In fact, there's one character in this game in particular, one who's been dead for a while, where their information is actually super important. Ah, hold on.
Huh?
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Funny that.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor?
No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You'd know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Boom! And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. I will tell you, this right here, what we're about to learn, has absolutely fucking nothing to do with the upcoming class trial. But this is the revelation of one particular plot twist in the game right here, right now. Are you ready? Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter?
That's the Byakuya's true identity.
True identity?
He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami.
A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
Yeah, so that character that they wanted you to think was Byakuya was really nothing more than a completely different character from this class known as the Ultimate Imposter. And that's literally the only information anyone knows about him. Even the school that he went to knew nothing more than the fact that he was the Ultimate Imposter, because he always showed up as someone else. No one knows his true identity, no one knows what he actually looks like. Every time you see him in the Danganronpa universe, he's always disguised as another character. So in this game, he was disguised as Byakuya Togami, but in the anime, he's disguised as another character known as the Ultimate Animator. He's roommates with the Ultimate Animator in the Despair arc of the anime. So he takes over his roommate's identity because the Ultimate Animator, who by the way is voiced by the same Justin what's-his-face, who voices Midoriya in My Hero Academia. You'll see when we get there, but anyways, the Ultimate Animator, who you only meet in the anime, by the way, is he stays home and works on his animations while the ultimate imposter pretends to be him and goes to school in his place, and that's how the ultimate imposter got wrapped up in all this. What I want to know, though, is that if the ultimate imposter was always pretending to be someone else, then how the fuck did they find him to bring him to this island? You know, how did they figure out who he was enough, or that it wasn't... I guess if he was pretending to be Byakuya and they knew where the real Byakuya was, that would probably make it obvious, but still. Then, anyways, though, isn't that fucking crazy? Although it's probably not too much. I know, like, my sister pretty much told me, like, over a month ago, she was like, there's no way that was the real Byakuya. He was too selfless. He wasn't enough of an asshole to be the real one. Like, okay, fair enough. Well, you were right. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But still,
But he couldn't help it.
What? Why couldn't he help it?
oh,
'Cause that was his talent.
Huh?
Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you.
Yeah, it's like having a quirk in My Hero Academia. As I've said in the previous game, their ultimate abilities in Danganronpa are, in some cases, almost superhero level. Now, in the first game, they were very basic talents, like, oh, I'm really good at sports, I'm really good at singing, I'm really good at being a detective. But as the series progresses, their talents start becoming more superhero-ish in nature instead of just basic shit. And that'll really stand out in the anime when you watch the Danganronpa 3 anime, if you have it. Because that's... Well, for those of you who are new, I hope you haven't yet, because it'll fucking spoil shit. Don't watch it yet. But, you know what I mean. But yeah, it definitely seems that way. I mean, Nagito's ultimate luck is, like, literally, like, Domino's power from Deadpool 2. Like, it's literally that. So, yeah. Some of their talents are still pretty normal, but, like, Chiaki being the ultimate gamer. But I will say this. The characters in this game have the type of talents that could be used for good or evil, depending on how they use them. Anyway, she said your life has been chosen for you, blah, blah, blah.
You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that sense, compared to the other Ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberated.
What the hell?
Anyway,
Ahem! Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? Oh fuck, I gotta remember that.
I could not talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell.
Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No.
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already.
Actually, the anime kind of retcons this, because like I said, in the anime, he pretends to be the ultimate video animator, and they all think that that's who he is. None of them actually know that he's the ultimate imposter, which is a weird continuity error, but who gives a shit? So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss?
Phew.
Well, actually, I think they do know that he's the ultimate imposter later, but we can't get into that right now.
Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor.
Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So, it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy.
You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then, we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is?
Oh, technically, he didn't make a fake profile because all 16 of them did attend Hope's Peak Academy together. It's just not all 16 of them made it out of Hope's Peak Academy together. And that's all the more I'll say about that for now.
That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably.
Can't use that file to figure out who the traitor is, then how the fuck did Nagito figure it out?
It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
Time's up. Wait.
Bye! Excuse me for a moment.
That chime just now.
What is most important for living things?
Air, food, and water?
Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
Monokuma Rock! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'll see you soon.
Well, the last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial, but it won't be the last. There is going to be one more. But the last one, the actual last one, isn't for a murder.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial.
The last one for two of you, anyway. Well, no, one of you. Sorry. Nagito's already dead, isn't he? I was thinking... What do you think? Should we believe him?
Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right?
Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end.
Huh?
I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that.
His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
Yeah, you're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know?
You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Here we go.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it! You're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends.
But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right!
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not!
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right!
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops.
What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Ugh, stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Damn right. Stupid rabbits should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair.
Huh?
I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness on your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh? What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Aw, fine.
But still,
Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying, I think.
Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can.
No matter.
No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end.
This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride, this will be the last time for this too, right?
I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Now then, Let's get this trial started!
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other!
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finishes off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito, in order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Well, yeah, I'm gonna save. What, you think I am, a moron? Alright, well, that'll be it for this episode of Danganronpa 2. You know how we do. Next 2 episodes on the same weekend will conclude Chapter 5. Get ready for the 5th and probably the craziest fucking class trial that you've seen across any of the games yet. And that'll be in the next episode. But before we get there, I'd love to hear your theories about who you thought done did it. Let me know in the comments down below. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, remember to smash that like button. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you possibly in another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, bye-bye.